Okay, recording this video just coming up to close of trade Wednesday, 14th March 2012. Well, after a range day like yesterday, we're always going to get a kind of compressed range day today. So kind of small ranges, kind of more cyclical highs and lows kind of being hit. It's not going to be immediate profit taking in the market, kind of just reverses and goes the other way. And unless the market's extremely strong, you've not seen kind of exhaustion selling, buying signals, it's not going to keep on going in the same direction. So the highest probability type thing is just going to consolidate at those highs. When it does that, the 4,500 tip bar chart is really useful in terms of marking cyclical kind of support and resistance levels. And today, what we had coming into the close yesterday up at 92s, we'd had exhaustion buying, bearish divergence, and then beginning of today we had pullback to end of trend sequence, very weak buying, all this bearish divergence signals here on better momentum, blue professional bars right at the high, and we just sold off. Now, the amateurs were expecting this move to go a lot further. They came in at 88, kind of selling it short. No, that was kind of a little bit of a trap move, in fact, because the blue professional bar, small blue professional bar, just comes in here, holds it at 88, and then we have a straight shot back up about 4 points to 92. And you can see as we're coming into 92, testing this 92 level, blue professional bars kind of come in, flush pattern, flushing out the last of those bars, bang, and we come down again, pull back to end of trend, where we've had exhaustion selling, bullish divergence kind of come in a little bounce, double bottom kind of thing from there, bounced from there. So normally I'm looking at my 1500 tip bar chart and looking for end of trend signals on that, on the bigger picture. But when it's going to be a compressed range day after a trending day, then yesterday was a huge day. These cyclical highs and lows on the 4500 tip bar chart are going to be your best guess. Then when you marry those with end of trend signals on the 500 tip bar chart, you get some nice little setups. So took a short this morning, 92.75, which was right up here, was just before that blue professional bar. End of trend had gone off on 4500 tip bar chart. 500 tip bar chart, here's the beginning of the day. We moved into a trend move up here and we had pullback to end of trend. But at this point here, we hadn't seen exhaustion buying, so just going to wait. You've seen some kind of price weakness with that pullback to end of trend kind of signal, but then the exhaustion buying kind of comes in. Blue professional bars, right? There's a whole family of them cluster up there, and that's a good signal to kind of go short. I was actually short here, tested up a fraction, but again, blue professional bars kind of came in, flash pattern up here, bang, and we kind of sold off. A nice kind of low risk entry point on a little retracement was this one here at 93. We kind of came down. This exhaustion selling signal is people just getting on board this move quickly. It hasn't exhausted itself in terms of how far it's going to go. This is getting on board the move. We have a float back up, Rambo pattern here, bearish divergence, blue professional bar kind of comes in, cyclical resistance, bang, really nice low risk kind of entry point there, just at the break of that kind of blue professional bar. And then this runs all the way down to end of trend here before finding a little bit of strength down at 88. So end of trend, blue professional bars kind of come in. You can see very weak selling at that point. We kind of rallied a little bit from there. So and that was this point here, 1500 tip bar chart, pull back to end of trend, and then we had this kind of straight shot back up to 92 and then straight down. I was done trading. I was out at 88.75 with 4. Very happy with that. Know some other people got the same move as well. Got some emails. Jason, for example, got exactly the same move, was out at 88 on the end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart. So it was a nice little sequence there. In terms of longer term time frame charts, so now we've had exhaustion buying. Let me show you the 40,500 tip bar chart. So yesterday we had our exhaustion buying. The exhaustion buying signal kind of goes off after yesterday's kind of close. Bearish divergence kind of comes in. But what we're doing at the moment then is going through this same kind of process of cycling through end of trends on the 4,000 on the lower time frames moving up. So the left shoulder is being marked here by the on the 4,500 tip bar chart, pull back to end of trend. So that's the left signal, left shoulder coming in. We come off today into on the 13,000, the next time frame up. That's the left shoulder here at 93s, bang, held by pullback in an uptrend, so flush signal. So we're making pullback to end of trend on the 13,000. That should mark the head of this move. And then we'll have done enough kind of testing of the highs here for the 4,500 tip bar chart to come off and to find support somewhere here before kind of making a final kind of move up the high. So we're just that same kind of sequence. We look at it on all kinds of time frames. On talking about it on the 45-minute chart, the 135-minute chart, the daily chart, and so on. You're seeing the same thing, kind of patterns kind of ripple through. And we've now had exhaustion buying that kind of mirrors the exhaustion selling on the downside that we had last Tuesday after the sell-off. So, we're just going to be in a topping out kind of pattern for a couple of days. So that's what I've been looking for. A little bit of strength tomorrow, a little bit of weakness the day after that. And it's funny. Pretty much everything sold off except the dollar index today. But I just want to show you the bond charts because that was where the fireworks were today. So here's the 10-year bond chart. And I was saying, I've been saying since the beginning of the year we got this compressed range here. We're going to have a breakout into a trend move after having a trend move into congestion, and likelihood it was going to be down because we've had exhaustion buying bearish divergence. We've broken through that support level. Bang. Really big move in bonds. That's the 10-year. 5-year, bang, same thing. And the 30-year, same thing. Dropped here, big move today. And as I said, the only thing that really had some strength today was dollar index. All the risk-on charts looked really weak. Kind of crude, copper, Aussie, euro, gold and silver got a little bit more whack today. So let's see how this kind of pans out. Usually the equities market is kind of leading the way. So undecided about kind of the bigger term picture. We did get exhaustion buying on that daily chart on better momentum, but I still think we've got to put in some divergence patterns before we roll over. Anyway, just some thoughts on a Wednesday. I'll tag on that one shot, one kill, and I hope you traded well today. 92.75, short 92.75, and just checking the stops and targets. It ended trend golf on 500 tip bar chart here, but no exhaustion buying signals kind of here or here. The last signals that we had were exhaustion selling signal, bullish divergence flush. But second cyclical turn after end of trend, a whole bunch of blue professional bars kind of come in. Exhaustion buying bearish divergence kind of comes in here. And that so second cyclical turn after end of trend, and it's also end of trend on the 4500 tip bar chart. We have blue professional bars at the high on 1500 tip bar chart. I think this is just a rush for the doors. Very weak buying kind of going into this, so I just think we're just kind of testing the highs and now just rolling over. So let's see. Okay, it's in a little bit early. We tested up to 94s, but it's a flush pattern on 500 tip bar chart. Blue professional bars kind of come in here and 1500, so hopefully this will kind of turn around. So hopefully it's just kind of a spike up testing. Okay, blue professional down bar, good. We need to follow through there. This kind of professional is selling down quickly. Okay, we just got a little bit, it's a bit jumpy right now, it's quite interesting. 9:29 AM, it's not a data release, not sure if Benaki's speaking, but might have said something of interest anyway. Supports have come in on 500, 1500 tip bar chart here at 92. Some Rambo patterns into this first and second one here, so a little bit suspect maybe, but 92 is kind of the line in the sand. If we drop through that, we'll drop into a trend move. So let's see. Doesn't want to initially, but minus 6,000's fairly big reading on better momentum, so there's quite a lot of selling into this move. So let's see if we get some continuation through 92s. Here we go, this could be falling through the ice. Got blue professional bars coming through support here on 500 tip bar chart, breaking the lows of that, which is good. So this 92 level is kind of key. Got it on both 500 and 1500. Kind of playing down end of trend to cyclical support, but wherever. There we go, another, okay, exhaustion selling. So I hope that's not kind of mirroring this exhaustion selling. I need a little bit more than that. So let's see. Found a little bit of strength here. Bullish divergence coming on the 500 tip bar chart, which is that exhaustion buying actually on that rise up, which is interesting. But it's an amateur up bar on 1500. Then this bullish divergence signal here is just playing off this exhaustion selling signal here. So it's not as if we had kind of exhaustion selling signal on our left shoulder, and that was kind of showing less selling. So still holding out that was just a amateur test up bar. Bang, we'll kind of, as soon as we break down to 91, that should get interesting. Hopefully, here we go. Okay, tested up to 93s, but resistance coming on 500 tip bar chart. There we go, bearish divergence. Blue professional bar, breaking the lows of that. And this was amateur up bars, both times on the 1500 tip bar chart and exhaustion buying. So hopefully it's good. We've kind of exhausted all the buyers here. Now our bars are coming down through 91s and we'll break down here. So cyclical support on 4500 tip bar chart, but nothing particularly to hold it at that point. So this could get interesting. Yeah, here we go, breaking support on the 500 tip bar chart. We just had a little bit of blue professional up bars here, but breaking the lows of that, so continuing down. So looking for 88.75. See, not too far away now. But yeah, it should be pullback to end of trend. It's quite a big reading, better momentum on the 500 tip bar chart, but you're playing off this last buy, exhaustion buying signal kind of coming down, so just need to hold. Okay, we're so close here. Better momentum's at negative 18,000. No blue professional bars. Come on. Just wanted to get through 89s. No blue professional bars kind of appeared yet. There's one on 4500 tip bar chart. Tempted to jump out here, but just because of that extreme reading, but should continue down, just go a little bit further. So I just have to sit. Just out 88.75 for 4. Excellent, and happy about that because we've got Rambo pans down here, bullish divergence just gone off on the 1500 tip bar chart, blue professional bar here. So that looks like a little bit of a left shoulder, and we could get kind of a pullback to end of trend on 500, but don't have to sit through that. It's good. Excellent, and 19,000 on better momentum on 4500 tip bar chart was good. So it took a while to get going, but finally kind of broke down, which is nice. So 10:04 AM, one shot, one kill. Quite happy with that, and gonna leave it there. So interesting to see how the day kind of pans out. It's a while later, end of trend went off on the 500 tip bar chart down here at 88s, and blue professional bar kind of comes in here. So I was quite happy to be out on this left shoulder, didn't have to sit through the pullback, but it goes a little bit further on the end of trend, and so blue professional bar kind of coming at the lows on 1500 tip bar chart. So probably have a little bit of a retracement kind of from there, but it was a good little setup, but just not for me. I'd just rather go out on a target rather than sit through waiting for a signal like an end of trend.